Hello guys, meet you again. Now I'd like to talk about academic writing. So, what is meant by academic writing? Academic writing is one of the writing genres that researchers usually have. You can find this kind of writing in a journal. So, in a journal, you can uh, come across with different kinds of articles, and in those articles usually the writers have the arguments they want to present their studies, and in order to make their arguments strong they need to have some support from the finding, from the theories that other writers have prepared in their work as well. In the academic writing, there are some specific features you need to pay attention to. For example, here you go, the point. So the point has something to do with your thesis, your perspective. Most of the time, it is also called topic sentence. So you have topic sentence to start your paragraph in your work. So in your topic sentence, you have an idea, you have a point, and you need to elaborate your point with the so-called controlling idea. For example, I'd like to talk about motivation, and I just want to let my readers know that motivation is an essential part that people may have to make them to reach the particular goals, because without motivation it is impossible for anyone to reach the goal, and also it applies to all students as well. Now next is called evidence. Evidence is sort of the argument, is sort of the ideas that helps you and me to support your point, to support your topic sentence. You have to elaborate and you need to seek this information in the journal, for example. And then right after that, you need to explain. Don't let your readers in confusion. You need to help them to understand the evidence you have presented in your writing. And before you end your paragraph, you have to put the conclusion or concluding sentence. But for some writers, concluding sentence is sort of the optional thing. All right. Again, now I'm writing about motivation, so I start with point. So the point is um, topic sentence. So I need to show my argument. I need to show my perspective. For example, like this. All right. This is my point. In education, motivation is considered as one of the key factors that influence the rate and success of learning. Without motivation, it is impossible to achieve goals in the long term by anyone who is smart. Okay, this is my point. This is my topic sentence. Then we jump into the evidence. We need to convince our readers by showing evidence. How can we get that? We need to get the support from expert. So the question is where? Now usually it is a good way, and most people like to do that using Google Scholar. So you type some things about what your research is all about. For example, mine is motivation, okay? So I put motivation in this my keyword, motivation theory in language learning. All right, so there are some lists. There are lots of great articles you can find in a Google Scholar. Well, I just explore this using Google Scholars, and I find one of great work, masterpiece by Sultan Darni. The title is Language Teaching, and this is sort of the article in the journal, okay? In the journal. So, Sultan Darni created this article in 1998. The title is Motivation in Second Foreign Language Learning. That's the title. And then this one is the name of the journal, Language Teaching. This 131 stands for the volume of the journal. And then this is the page. Right. So when I read through this article, I've got the idea what the motivations is. According to Darnier, as a process whereby a certain amount of instigation, force arises, initiates action, and persists as long as no other force comes into play to weaken it and thereby terminate action or until the planned outcome has been reached. Here is the definition from Darnier. So once we got this idea, we cannot simply copy and paste that in our work, but then we have to paraphrase, use our own words. And with my own definition, uh, version, I mean, so I can say that Dornier defines motivation as a process that arises from a person that drives him or her to achieve goals. However, the effort will cease if there is stronger interference. Here you go. So I got Donnie's ideas, but I use my own word to express Donnie's ideas. But then here I need to put this citation. How would I do that? Look, there is reference here, all right? And then you need to click that and then insert citation, okay? And then here add new source. It is very important for you to do this. Okay, now you got type of source. Because this is an article, you have to select journal article that fits with your work. And then the author, Darnier, right? Okay, if you're not sure with that, so you can check that again. Okay, you can check that again. So Darnier here, and the title is Motivation in Second Foreign. Darnier. Okay, back again to our MS Word. Darnier. All right, you put the surname and then you have to abbreviate the first name, okay, and then period. And the title, Motivation in Second and Foreign Language Learning. And the journal name, back again here, Language Teaching, okay. So this is Language Teaching here, volume 31, okay, issue 3. And then here 31 and then 3, okay. All right, then and then you put OK. Here you go. Remember that, guys, you have to put the Donnie's name outside the bracket. How would you do that? Okay, you click this and then convert citation to static text. Put a bracket here, delete the comma and delete this one. Okay, that's beautiful. And then you have to explain what this sentence means. Help your readers to understand. Okay, and I put the explanation. Okay, so this is the explanation that I have. Here we go. Students with high motivation have the orientation to reach the goals As such, they put in a lot of efforts to do that, such as reading books, discussing, and so on. However, such efforts are likely to vanish if external condition comes in to disrupt their situation. Explain more, okay, about this idea external condition. I want to make sure that the readers would be convinced, okay. So I need to find some other references. For example, once I got great reference written by this guy, Maggie Hartnett, Alison St. George, and John Drone. Okay, these guys have written some things like this, page 32, if I'm not mistaken. They say, importantly, it was not whether learners were extrinsically motivated in the traditional sense that was important, because there were influences embedded within educational contexts that were unavoidable. Rather, it was the degree to which this type of extrinsic motivation was counterbalanced by more self-determined types of motivation. In short, I think Harnett, George, and Drone mention such intrinsic motivation, or what drives students, should not stand alone. Okay, instead, favorable learning environment should be established and promoted by the teachers. That's the point. Then I need to remember this, and I want to paraphrase their ideas. I'm back to the paper. Alright, here you go. Now, this is what I got from those guys' ideas. Don't forget, I have to do insert citation. How would I do that? Okay, I go again back to the original uh, article, right? This is their name, so I put Harnett, George, and Drone. Harnett, George, and Drone. I put them um, in the oh, Microsoft Word 33 2011. Okay. Again, because we mentions the order here, then convert citation to static text, put a bracket here, delete the comma, and here you go. And the last one, we need to put the conclusion. So you have to grasp all the ideas in your paragraphs and put in a conclusion. In conclusion, both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation play important roles to make students to learn effectively. Okay, done then. So you can make it tidy, look neat by putting like this. Okay, and don't forget the last step is, again, you have to show the reference. To do that, click reference, okay, and then look at the bibliography, and then click that, and then click the reference. Now it's done. It's beautiful. All right, I do hope that this explanation is going to help you guys to create academic writing. Thank you very much for watching.